Well, morning, y'all. Today, I'm gonna be tying up a bunch of jigs, but I was gonna show you what I was doing. I made this little hybrid jig, just playing around. Went out to a place that we go fishing, and one of our ponds, our leases, and we were catching crappie, and they were just moving up. And they're probably 2.5, 3 foot of water, and there's just a little ledge where it used to be, when this pond was dug out. It uh, it wasn't dug out too much, but when they built the dam over the years, the cattle walking in there and stomping it down, some of that bank has come out and made a little shelf. Well, the shelf is literally like a foot high, but that's enough to hold the crappie on it. So we were there, and we'd throw out, and we just let it drift back to the spot to where we thought that we needed to be, and then we would bump it. And if we bumped it and then let it set, then the bobber just would go, or the bobber would actually just lay over on it. From standing up, the bobber would lay over, so the fish had picked up the jig. So it was a great time, and I'm going to show you a few pictures and kind of what we caught. They were 12, 13 inches, so they were good crappie, and but it was a pretty big jig. So let's get started on that, and I'll show you what I did. I think this would be something that is really good where there's shad, because the lease that we were at, it is 20 plus acres, so it has shad in it. And the when you have shad in a place, pretty much the number one forage of crappie, if there's nothing that over competes with it, then the crappie will bite just about anything white, silver, gray, blue, purple, that kind of stuff. So, but this was just something I was playing around with, so I thought I'd give you guys a show. So, okay, get your thread locked on there. Now, I am a big fan of rooster hackle, some saltwater hackle, and you guys know that. But the ones that I tied out there, they were rooster hackle, and you could also use marabou. So you could put marabou in there and then do the rubber skirt. So, but I'm going to show you both, and we're going to start off with what I actually was using when we went out there, and I'll show you those pictures. So remember, when you put the rooster hackle down, I do it in layers, and to me it's just easier. You can adjust the length, you can do what you want, but I'm just gonna put 3 pieces, because you just want some fill inside there, just to give it some volume inside. Now, if you want it heavier or whatever, you can do heavier. That is your option. So that one's too short. I'm going to add another. Just to give it some extra. There we go. There. I like that better. Now, what I got is this is the basic start of any jig, and then you would wrap the chenille or put some flashabou or something like that. But what I did was, I'm going to combine it with a skirt, and what I did was, I'll show you. You count out, there should be 20 of those or so, 18, whatever. then you take and separate them out, and then you get 2. Then I just take and cut it to the length I want and leave the end on there, and I use that end to lay over. That's got too much. I use that end to lay over your body part, and then you lock that in. And now you have a rubber skirt on it, along with your feather. Then grab your chenille and put your chenille on there. Now these are 1/8 ounce. They are 2/0 hooks. They're just eagle claw, and they're a sickle hook. Now where I'm at, sickle hooks are no problem, but if you're fishing in heavy brush and stuff like that, the sickle hooks will get hung up in the trees and things like that, and you'll never get them out unless you reel all the way down to it and try to unhook it. But that's kind of a thing where some people don't even want sickle hooks. I got one guy that he won't take nothing but the gold hooks, and these hooks here, he won't take nothing but those because they'll bend with your fingers, and you can get them out of the trees easier, and you don't lose your jig. But it kind of is what it is. But you get this to where it's just got a little bit of feather in there, and then the jig on the outside. Now I'll show you one that I made that is with marabou, and to our eye the marabou looks better, and maybe it would have worked better, but all I had with me was 2 of these, and they worked great. It is what it is, and if I would have had these, who knows, maybe I would have caught another 10 fish. So the kind of when you go fishing, sometimes color really makes a big difference too. And what I thought about this week is, if you see, I got kind of a pearl, and I'm going to go back out there in the next day or two and catch some more crappie. And this time maybe it won't be 50-mile-an-hour winds, because that's why I didn't take any video of those. I just took pictures. The wind was just too much. Couldn't hear nothing. It was awful. There's no way a tripod would have stayed up unless you put 15 pounds of weight on it. So but with this one, I want to do, like I said, they bite on different colors, and I think that we'll change out the body on this, and I don't know, maybe I'll find I don't know what color we should tie this one in. I was kind of thinking that we'd do it in a purple, but I think the purple would be too dark. So I don't know if I've got a gray somewhere. Let me find my gray. Here, let's just do gray hackle, and then I think gray hackle will be a good one for this one. So, all right, get you a nice big fluffy one, since these are big jigs. There you go. See, that's got some nice size to it. Nice long pieces. So we'll take this and lock it down. Trim that one. Lock down another one. And if you want to see these a little bit more step by step, you can go back and look at a couple other videos. I'm just kind of flying through these jigs. I just want to show you guys what they look like when you change the color and the way they are. My last video was, or the video before maybe, I lose track now. But a video or two back, I made a video about jig color and the variations of just changing the head and seeing what it looks like. So now I usually got quite a bit of these skirts that I just have laying around, just so I can find colors and change things and do something I like, and see if I can find a silvery or a gray. What do I want to do here? Had to get the other ones out. Kind of got a struggle in my brain of what to do. I don't have a color that matches good. I thought I did. Well, when you come to that problem, you got to pick and choose through your stuff. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a little imagination here. And I got these ones. And I know it's kind of hard to see, they're in the package. But these are bass replacement skirts, is what these are. But if you look, there's a couple blue in there. Kind of a bluey gray. So I'm going to pull out a few of those. This will just show you that you can use just about whatever you want. See if I can get them out without busting them with that rubber band being so tight. Probably not. I'm being easy. This might take a second, but they're coming. That right there is a testament to how tough that rubber is. I don't even know what brand those were. Didn't have a cover on them. There we go. Got all three of them out. Okay, so I'm just going to take those three, and it won't be as many as the other, but it'll still be some. So I'm going to go ahead and trim a little bit off, because when I cut those other ones, I had about a 3/4 to 1 inch piece left over from the two, just because I didn't want them super long. See, that worked out just fine. Ooh, and I like that color too. So, and then I think what we'll do, let's see what it looks like with cotton candy in the middle. This is a cotton candy chenille. I don't know if you can see. There it goes. Yep, I like that color. It's got a little bit of blue, pink, a little bit of kind of a pearly color on it, which will match that tail pretty good. So this one's a little darker. Working stained water pretty good, and this lake we were fishing in is stained water. Of course, in another 2 weeks, it won't matter what color you throw at them. They'll eat anything, especially if it is stained water. It seems like stained water crappie will just tear it up. So, but here's you a different one. What it would look like if you change the color out, but use the same, kind of hybrid style jig that I made. And this is, like I said, this is more the one I used the other day because it has a rooster hackle instead of marabou. But man, I don't know if you could see get that light to reflect off of that blue or not. It's kind of there it goes. You can just kind of see the color change. But anyways, guys, that's a kind of a neat little jig. It's, like I said, just a little hybrid between the two. And, them crappie were nice, and maybe we could go catch some bigger ones. So, 13-inch crappie is pretty good. I'm kind of looking for them 15, 16 inchers. Those are the really fun ones, especially on 2-pound line. So, hey guys, go tie something. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for the, subscribing. Remember to subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. Take care, guys.